Future Scandinavian Airlines Flight 1, The Miracle of Gottröra. Flight Overview. On the morning of December 27, 1991, Scandinavian Airlines System, SAS Flight 751, a McDonnell Douglas MD-81, registration Shoikicho, prepared for a routine domestic flight from Stockholm Arlanda Airport, ARN, to Copenhagen Airport, CPH. The aircraft, carrying still 123 passengers and 6 crew members, was nearly new, having been delivered just 9 months earlier. The flight was scheduled to last approximately 1 hour, but within minutes of takeoff, disaster struck, due to severe ice accumulation. On the wings, both engines suffered catastrophic failures, forcing the pilots to execute an emergency landing in a frozen field near Gottröra, Sweden. Miraculously, all the 129 people on board survived, though 92 sustained injuries ranging from minor to severe. The accident became a pivotal case study in aviation safety, leading to sweeping changes in de-icing procedures, engine design, and pilot training. Worldwide, aircraft specifications and crew background. The aircraft involved, was a McDonnell Douglas MD-81, a short to medium-range airliner powered by 2 Pratt & Whitney JT8D219 turbofan engines that been with only 500 flight hours. It was practically brand new and had no prior mechanical issues. The cockpit was manned by 2 highly trained pilots, Captain Stefan G. Rasmussen, 42, a veteran with over 11,000 flight hours, and First Officer Ulf Sedermark, 34, who had accumulated staking to 500 flight hours. Both pilots were experienced in Scandinavian winter operations, but had never faced a dual engine failure scenario before. The cabin crew, led by senior flight attendant Iselina Söderberg, and played a crucial role in maintaining order during the emergency, ensuring passengers followed evacuation procedures despite the chaos. Stages 7 to 9, weather conditions and pre-flight de-icing. The weather at Arlanda Airport that morning was cold and snowy, with temperatures around 23 grader, and light precipitation. The aircraft had undergone a single de-icing treatment, using type wine fluid, about 30 minutes before departure. But due to air traffic delays, it remained on the ground longer than anticipated. During this extended hold, clear ice, a nearly invisible but dangerous form of ice, accumulated on the wings. The crew performed standard pre-flight checks, but, following the procedures of the time, did not conduct a final visual inspection of the wings before takeoff. This oversight proved critical, as the ice would later break off during ascent and be ingested into the engines, leading to their failure. Pages 10 to 12, takeoff and engine failures. At 10:05 a.m. local time, Flight 751 began its takeoff roll on runway 26. As the aircraft accelerated, both pilots noticed unusual vibrations, but attributed them to uneven runway surfaces, a common occurrence in winter conditions. The MD-81 lifted off normally, but at 500 feet, just 90 seconds into the flight, both engines began experiencing violent compressor stalls. The cockpit voice recorder, CVR, captured the moment of crisis, with the Captain Rasmussen shouting, "What the hell is that?" as loud banging noises erupted from the engines. Within seconds, both engines flamed out, leaving the aircraft without power at an altitude of just 3,200 feet. The pilots immediately declared an emergency, broadcasting, "Mayday! Mayday! Mayday!" to air traffic control. Gottröra. Pages 13 to 15. Emergency glide and crash landing. With no engine power, the MD-81 became a glider, descending rapidly toward the snow-covered Swedish countryside. First Officer Kedermark took control of the aircraft while Captain Rasmussen handled communications and emergency checklists. The pilots identified a relatively flat field near the Gottröra as their best landing option. At year 10:17 a.m. The aircraft struck a line of trees at approximately 120 knots, 220 km/h, shearing off both wings before the fuselage skidded across the frozen ground for nearly 300 meters, 980 feet. The violent impact tore the plane apart, but the MD-81's robust structure kept the cabin largely intact, preventing fatal injuries. Passengers and crew evacuated quickly, despite the sub-zero temperatures and heavy snow. B. Pages 16-18. Investigation and root causes. Swedish Accident Investigation Board, SHK, conducted an extensive investigation, uncovering several critical factors. 1. Ice ingestion. Clear ice from the wings broke off during takeoff and was sucked into the engines, damaging compressor blades. 2. Engine vulnerability. The Pratt & Whitney JT8D engines were particularly susceptible to ice-induced damage. 3. Procedural gaps. SAS's de-icing protocols did not account for extended ground holds, allowing ice to reform. 4. Human factors. The crew did not perform a final visual inspection of the wings before takeoff. The investigation team replicated the accident in controlled tests, confirming that ice ingestion caused immediate compressor stalls, or leading to dual engine flameout. Pages 19 to 20. Legacy and aviation safety reforms. The near catastrophe of Flight 751 led to major changes in aviation safety. Say, this. Clean wing policy. Airlines now require visual confirmation that wings are completely ice-free before takeoff. Improved de-icing fluids. New Type I4 anti-icing fluids were developed for longer protection. Engine redesign. Pratt & Whitney modified the JT8D compressor blades to resist ice damage. Pilot training. Simulator programs now include dual engine failure scenarios, in icy conditions. The accident remains one of the most instructive near disasters in aviation history, demonstrating how proper procedures, technological improvements, and crew training can prevent tragedies. The miracle of Gottröra stands as a testament to the skill of the pilots and the resilience of modern aircraft design.